Hi everyone. I thought I would make a video to try and explain to everyone what changes we have seen since taking on the LCHF lifestyle. There are so many little bits and things we can't remember it all. So I made a list and I'm going to go through that with you quickly. To start off with, we both, my husband and I, we both had severe IBS. You're talking about stomach cramps, diarrhea. It was just horrible. It doesn't matter what you do, your stomach does not want to work with you. It's painful, it's uncomfortable, you never feel very well. Well, that's gone. We have got very quiet tummies at the moment. You don't feel it's there, you don't even notice anything's happening, which is amazing. That's really like it. A quiet tummy is a happy tummy. That sounds weird, but when you experience that, when you know what that feels like, you know what I'm talking about. The other thing we both had was brain fog, forgetting things, can't concentrate, doesn't know what's going on. Half the time you don't know what's going on around you. You can't keep track of what you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing, or what's going on. That's all gone. Very low energy. We never had energy to do anything. Energy is a great commodity. If you've got energy to do things, you function better, you take on projects, you just feel a whole lot better when you've got energy to do what you're supposed to do. I had severe joint pains, my knees, my ankles, my hips, my elbows, my hands, especially my hands. I had very stiff hands. Most of you know I used to do embroidery, and using the frames, pressure, using your fingers, using your hands was very painful. It was very difficult to work day to day because you can feel your fingers are getting stiffer and sore. That's gone. They're all working just fine. As soon as I eat the wrong thing, I can feel my fingers start getting stiff and the joint starts hurting a lot. So that's a good indication of either you're not ready to start eating these things or they are out forever. Being pain-free, however, is amazing. Sinus. Again, those who know me knows that I used to be sneezing constantly. I've always had friends and family asking me to please go to sleep just so that I can stop sneezing. Sneezing, sinus, total sinus block, sinus, earaches, toothaches, all these things that comes with it. You can't speak, you can't hear, you can't breathe properly. I actually had an inhaler at some point just to try and get my airways open so that I can breathe, so I can get some oxygen in. I have not had to use that in 3 years' time. My sinus isn't completely gone. I'm very sensitive to rainy days. There I will start sneezing again, everything clogs up, it gets all haywire. But remember, damage is done as well. And when your damage is done at a cellular level, there isn't much you can do. You can only heal so much. When the damage is permanent, it's permanent. You can, however, control it and maintain it. So that's sinus. Ear infections. I had ear infections constantly, at least once a month. Sometimes I would actually go an entire month with ear infections. The pain is incredible, especially in the winter. Any cold wind on my ears, I can't drive with the car window open. I can't, anything to do with loud noises, I can't handle it. It's just so painful. Ear infections. I have not had an ear infection for about 2 years now. That is awesome. Anyone that sits with ear infection would know the value in that, because your balance is off, you feel terrible, you're spinning constantly. It's terrible. Haven't had it for over 2 years now. Hunger. We go day in and day out being excruciatingly hungry. You can't go and visit people because, oh my gosh, they only start braaiing at 9 o'clock. So maybe at 12 o'clock you're going to get food. That's not a way to live. You are starving, you're hungry, you've got to know where your next meal's coming from. It's almost like a fix. It is a fix because we are addicted to our food. High carbs and loads of sugar is an addiction. And the withdrawals that you get from it, the proof is there. The proof is there that it is an addiction. So yeah, to be hunger free is freeing. It's amazing. You feel good. You've got the energy. You don't care where the next meal's coming from. As long as you get food eventually. I have gone 48 hours without any eating. It felt amazing. It was freeing. it's just an amazing feeling. I wish that more people can experience that, because we are so stuck to our food. We've got to feed, got to feed, got to feed, got to feed. And that's not what life's about. Life is more than just eating. And the freedom to actually go out and not caring if you're going to get fed or not, that is valuable. Again, that is amazing. You don't care because you'll be fine. You know you'll survive. Crashing after meals. You eat 8 times a day because you're so hungry. Every time you eat, you have a, okay, I feel better, bam, then you crash. That crash is horrible. Your mood goes down, your energy goes down, you want to sleep. We would actually get home at night, eat and sleep, just so that we can continue the rest of the night, because we haven't got energy to do anything else. Low energy also means that it's not a personality trait that you can't get off the couch and you can't stick to a program, you can't exercise. It is the inability of your body to actually do that. You physically cannot do that. You physically can't get off the couch. You can't walk down the stairs. You physically can't do it. Your body doesn't want to do it. Your mood doesn't want to do it. You can't do it. It's not a personality thing. It is a physical thing. Then we get to bad skin. Me and my husband both had bad skin for many years. And growing older, you should grow out of bad skin thing. We never did. It was pimples and it was just bad skin all over the place. The skin is so much better. Elasticity is back. It's vibrant. I don't wear any makeup. Can't wear makeup. But we have got better, much better skin. Moods. My gosh. Every time you eat, you feel better. You can function again. Then your blood sugar levels go down. You feel terrible. You get hungry again. You get moody. You feel terrible, hungry. It's horrible. You have the world's mood source within 5 minutes. You just go up and down, up and down, up and down, moody. You don't feel well. You can't function that way. It all makes it so difficult to function. To actually be able to function properly is probably the best thing since chocolate. But you can function, you can do things. We are not moody. We can control our moods. We can control our own lives at the moment. We are in control. We are in control of what happens. It's amazing. And if things go wrong, it doesn't help to worry. Now you can actually understand that. Now you can actually use that. Whereas before, when you haven't got control of your body, never mind what happens around you, what's happening to you. Now we can control it. And I'm not a control freak. By that I mean we can stay calm, we can function, we can fix a problem instead of just freaking out and you don't know what to do. So that's moodiness. Could not sit still. No, we've got no energy. We can't function properly. We also cannot sit still. We can't hold a thought. You cannot concentrate on one thing and just do that. Sitting still and relaxing is not an option. If you're constantly thinking, the world's coming apart around you, you've got no control, you don't know what to do, you can't sit still. Relaxing for us is actually amazing at the moment. We can relax, we can watch the program, we can play games, you can concentrate on what you're doing at the moment, and you can stay in the moment and forget about everything else around you. Sleeping is another thing. I did not sleep for over 10 years, and then what I mean by that is maybe hour, half an hour at the most at a time, and that's not enough sleep. No one can function properly if you're not getting any sleep. The main cause of that is anxiety. It's stomach cramps, it's ear infections, it's just plain simply not feeling well. You can't sleep either. Now you have got this whole world of stuff happening to you constantly, over and over and over. And it's all gone. It's all under control. Blood sugar levels are nice and steady. Weight has come off. I know. Yeah, weight. It's not all about the weight. I know the weight is incredible. It feels good. But it's the health that came with it. It is incredible to actually feel what other people are feeling. You can do things. You can take on new projects. You can completely change your life if you're capable of doing that without fighting your body at the same time. I quickly want to go over my husband as well. He had really bad acid reflux. And when I say really bad, I mean he actually sat up sleeping, because as soon as he lies down, it starts boiling up. So he would sleep sitting up. That's how bad it was. It was really, really bad. It's uncomfortable. You no matter what you do, no matter what you eat, no matter what medication you take, it would not come right. He had probably about 5 months in, and we both realized, oh my gosh, he is sleeping lying down. He hasn't had acid reflux. We don't know when exactly it went away, because you don't realize it. You're so excited about the weight and feeling good and doing things, you forget about the little things. And he hasn't had any acid reflux for over 3 years now. So that's amazing. That acid reflux is horrible on a person. And to be able to again sleep properly, it's awesome. Within 7 months, he's extremely high blood pressure. He refused to take medication for his high blood pressure, which was very, very high. It's dangerous to have high blood pressure that high, but we did not want to take any medication. So you've got the worry ook nou nog that your husband's going to drop dead any minute, because his blood pressure is that high. It is normal. Within 7 months, his blood pressure was normal. No medication, only changed what we eat. Cramps, his hands would cramp up, his legs would cramp up. We now know that it's a certain type of restless leg syndrome, with the cramping of the legs in the middle of the night, just wake up in pain and there's all these cramps. That's gone. The cramping in his hands are gone. So those are the major ones that he has noticed that have gone. Then our son, among everything else that we all had the same as well, he picked up a lot of weight in 2014. 2015 we started banting, and he dropped all the weight. He used to be very, very moody as well, and that also stabilized. As his blood sugar level stabilized, his mood stabilized. He always did very well in his schoolwork, always. But it became very difficult to get him to sit down and do his work. When we started banting LCHF, he could actually sit down, concentrate, and do what he was supposed to do, and everything was just normal again from there. Not wanting to do anything. He came to a point where he doesn't want to run, he doesn't want to do this, he doesn't want to do that. He had no interest in doing anything. That was a big concern, because a small kid, he was about 11 at the time, I think, and for an 11-year-old to stop doing things, that's concerning to a parent. We wonder, what are you doing wrong? What's going on? What can we do? Well, we started banting, he lost the weight, he got the confidence back, he started doing things, he started running. Oh my gosh, this kid was running again. He loves running, not for competing, but just for running. He's proportionate at the age he is now. He's a lot taller and skinnier than he probably should be, but he's doing well. He has got control over his body. He's stable. So with all the hormones coming out now, almost 15 years old, he can control it a lot better by what he's eating. He's doing very well. He's understanding why, what, how, and he does a whole lot of cooking of his own. So it is good for kids. Kids can benefit from this. We started this because of him. When we started, we had pretty much given up on any help for us, because we have tried it all. This was our lot in life, and we had to make peace with it. So when 2015-ish came along, and we were looking at Andrew, looking at what's going on with him, we found so much more for ourselves. We set out to help him, but we ended up finding so much more for ourselves. It is incredible to have the energy, to have the willpower. I'm studying at the moment. At the age of 40, I started studying. That's not when you're supposed to study. That's when you're supposed to finish studying, at least. But I'm taking on all these new things, and I'm happy to do it. I'm enjoying it. I've qualified as a TRE provider and helping people on this way of eating, helping people with TRE, stress release. It's amazing. It's an incredible opportunity to help others. So this is how our lives have changed. All these medical symptoms have all gone away. We enjoy our food. Our lives have changed for the better. So there you go. That is the changes we have noticed. There's a lot more. I can't remember them all. But it does. Your life changes for the better. We go for the health. There's no miracle pill out there. We do it naturally. Yes, we use supplements every now and again because our food doesn't have everything we need, but there's no miracle pill. What you eat, that's what you are. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think, and thank you so much for watching. Be kind to each other and have a good day. Bye.